Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your daily love forecast, and this is going to be for the weekend of the 12th and 13th. I'm going to do them for both Friday and Saturday and combine the energy. And right after this, I'm going to do a cool zodiac read. So I just laid these out because they look so beautiful and colorful. I absolutely adore these. If you hadn't seen my other two videos, these are actually the box swings around. These are the Chinese oracle cards, and we actually ordered these way back in October, and they disappeared. I actually saw this image, and I sought it out to figure out what it was connected with, and then it brought me back to these cards, and I was like, wow, I need those. And I mentioned them to Ian, and he had put in the thing, and they just showed up today. It was crazy, and I was like, oh my God. And I didn't know anything about it until I opened the box and had forgotten it was so long ago, and I was so happy to have them because the artwork is stunning and they're so beautiful. I love them. So let's see what's going on. Oh, this just popped up for you. Very, very interesting. So we're starting with the moon energy. So everything is very sort of, I feel like it's going to be a very romantic, I'm hearing very romantic, dreamy time. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to get communications through social media, through your Facebook, through your Instagram, stuff like that. Hey, I saw your pictures, I like them, and somebody just starting to chat. You know what I mean? It's sort of a mysterious pop-in of people you don't know, but you may know vaguely something through social media, but you don't know them personally, and they're just sort of popping in and saying, hi, I like this picture of you. Oh, you're into this, that, or the other. I too like it. And it's just sort of starting that dialogue, which is really nice. Yeah, just a nice interaction. Yeah, and Queen of Wands, because right now about you, whether you're male or female, you have, you know, you have a lot of passion that's just sort of brimming up to the surface, and that creates a magnetism around you that sometimes people don't even know they have. But one thing that is very attractive to people when you're in public or otherwise is just the fact that you feel comfortable, right? You're laughing, you're talking, you're doing whatever, but you're comfortable with who you are, where you are, and what you're doing. You know what I mean? So there's an innate strength in that, and a quality that people admire. Hold on, I gotta take some more water. And a lot of times it's when we are just going about our daily lives and interacting with others, that sometimes we're brightening people's day just by them observing us, because we do weird little things, right? You ever see people, they try to multitask. I love observing people and they try to multitask. Like they try to open sugar packets with their teeth because they're trying to answer texts on their phone, or they're just trying to do funny things like that. It's really interesting to watch. You know, it's like those, we're all closely connected in those goofy little ways, and people, either you're really finding common ground with others right now, and them with you, and that's why they're reaching out and trying to connect with you, because they see you, you know, as somebody who's interesting and out there together. Oh, and this is really lovely, and this is playing a huge part in a lot of my clients' lives right now. This card is coming up a lot. Because what's happening is, where they used to be repeating patterns down here, sort of on the bottom of the wheel, they're now going, okay, you know what? I don't accept that. I want the perspective of up here. I don't want to be mired down there just seeing walls. I want to be at the top, because it really is, you know, everything being what comes around goes around, and a lot of times we will, in our patterns of our life, our daily grind, all those things, end up just going on autopilot. But this is you waking up going, wow, I'm not just going to do these things where I'm half awake like a zombie anymore. I'm not going to eat my food and not taste it. I'm not going to talk to somebody but not remember what they or I said 2 minutes later. Now it's important. Now I'm awake. Now I want to find out what is really what, who is worth talking to, who has passion, who has mystery and a little allure and something interesting and different and creative and you know, soul rich, and something that I want to really get to know. You know what I mean? Because when you really put your head through that window, that mystery window, and you realize that there really are no boundaries and rules if you decide that. And when you decide that, you also go, aha, there's also no risks. So you're not afraid and you're fearless and you're just marching through that. All right, now I'm going to go do that. I'm going to try out for that play, that movie, that part, that job. I'm going to ask for that raise, because you're realizing, what is the worst that can happen? Some mere mortal 3D person is going to say no to you. Means no difference. You're also going to say, who cares what that person's opinion is of me, if they, whether, you know, they think I don't have great hair, or I do this, that, or the other, or my accent is funny, or that. It doesn't matter, because the mundane and the everyday and the little and the minutia and the ridiculousness of people that want to sit back, judge, nitpick, or be like that doesn't matter to you, because you're well beyond that. You've traveled through that realm. You have the moon magic that says, abra friggin' cadabra. Guess what? You're already through that window. You know there's no risks, because there's no rules for you anymore. You can do whatever you want. You have infinite potential, and you're realizing that, because you've been around that enough that you want to be up here with that beautiful high perspective that is like, wow, there's vast opportunities everywhere in love and relationships to expand, to bring quality. This is what we're talking about now, quality interactions, conversations, behaviors, all those things. Wouldn't you rather sit down to, say, a lovely meal that's really well thought out, like with like lovely like olives and cheeses and beautiful things to begin with, that have all the flavors and high senses and beautiful thing, than just like, here's your dish of oatmeal 24/7, right? We create our own magic and our own ideas and creativity and beautiful stuff. I realize this more and more when I start working with my stones. Like when I made this choker last night, I had this Peruvian opal, and I had these really cool lemon quartz on other strands. So I was like, oh, I want this, this, and that. I got so happy. And when I start working with stones and colors, that's when my perspective goes way up here and I get high on the wheel, because I realize, oh my God, there's infinite opportunities for me to make anything with any mix, match, silver, and then I put all of these on at once, and I've been wearing them all day. They're all my apatite rings. And it's like, I just love that stone. I feel like it's such a lovely, unique, like ocean blue. And I just love that. And I'm like, I just drift in and out of like, no fear. No, I'm not in yesterday. I'm not into tomorrow. I'm completely in the moment whenever I work with stones and jewelry, tarot as well. I'm completely focused and centered on that. That's why when we live in the present and forget even the 24 hours that we're supposed to remain in, sometimes when we're doing projects and we're with people, it should be that moment to moment where we're completely aware and present of what they're saying, of what we're saying. What do we feel like? How do we feel in their presence? Because this is how we can start to really decipher and be really selective of who, what, when, where, and why we want to spend our time in certain ways and with whom. And because time is probably one of our, it is the most special component to us, because we don't want to waste time. We want our time to be involved in things where we're learning, we're growing, we're making beautiful connections. And right now, a lot of you really are. You're like the apex of passion in your life. And it's funny, I feel like a lot of women in their 40s and 50s, that's when they really discover who they are, and men as well. They've gone through all the trials and tribulations of wanting to look a certain way, wanting to appear a certain way. Now they simply are a certain way, and they want respect, and they want what's their due, and they want someone on equal footing, and they're comfortable with who they are. That's why I'm so comfortable if I have like 5 or 6 younger girls that are all in dating things all at once trying to contact me, because I realize I've had all these different experiences and I've been able to observe them and closely all through my brothers, male, female, so I know all these different perspectives and viewpoints and what's happening when somebody does something, why they're doing it, and how to rectify it if it's a misbehavior. And your eyes are going to be super, super open with this. You know, you have the moon magic. Your intuition is just on 10. It's beautiful, beautiful. You're going forward. You're realizing your status is being upped daily in your own eyes, therefore other people's eyes. Your perspective is way up here with the heavenly bodies helping you out, and your spirit team saying, be aware, be kind, be, share what's going around with those you love, so you can bring them in on the beauty and the bounty. But also if there's a miscommunication, you can have that ironed out quickly. Very, very important. So I want to pull you guys one of these lovely blessed bee cards. I love these so much. Lucy Cavendish, this gorgeous, gorgeous mystical Celtic blessing cards. I love this whole era, and they're so well written and they're so lovely that I'm going to start working with these a lot. Oh, it's so funny. We were just talking about clarity. So this is a blessing to bring clarity. Makes sense, right? That's what is missing whenever there's some kind of miscommunication and there's no clarity. People start to assume. And that's one of the worst things we can ever do. I always tell myself too, I'll go assumption, assumption. As soon as I start going, oh, they did this because of that, I'm like, why are you assuming this? You have yet to have all the facts. So sit back, you know what I mean? So unless we have clarity, we should never judge anybody or try to gauge their behaviors unless they are saying, I'm doing this because of that. We should never assume that it's wrong-footed or it has any malintent or something like that, because who are we to be the judges, right? And this is our blessing of clarity. So it says a blessing to disperse the muddied waters of the mind and the heart, allowing the purity of what can be seen clearly to guide you. We move through our lives often knowing not quite what to do, without guidelines or any real compass about where we are going. There are mysteries that are good and fine to experience, and others which seem merely too obtuse and confusing. With this blessing, you will begin to know the difference. We have collections of ideas given to us by parents, friends, schools, governments, and we see the world through their filters. This blessing brings to you clarity from within, for you know the truth you know the true north of your own soul, and to follow the soul's purpose, even when the path before you is unclear, dark, or overgrown. Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful. And it goes on, but basically it is shedding some light on when we sit down, we're still, we're quiet, and we really, really search, do a little soul searching, and we talk to our guides, and we get into a beautiful, receptive frame of mind for our messages. The situation becomes clear that we're asking about. We should never try to rush or come to decisions when we're in a state of stress or unease, because we're going to be ruffled and things won't have a lot of clarity. So this is all about deep breaths, stepping back and taking a bird's eye view up here, you know, from a high perspective, because it's funny how people that trust other people are generally trustworthy themselves. You know what I mean? So if somebody acts like they don't trust you, they're probably untrustworthy. But we start to notice these things when we are up here and looking out with calm state of mind, heart, and soul, right? So yeah, these answers are going to come to you, and you're going to have a beautiful awareness of who's really like in your soul tribe and who's out there trying to connect with you. These lovely gentlemen and ladies that want to maybe start relationships. You're going to be able to see the really true aspect of it, which is lovely, because sometimes we misinterpret other people's intentions towards us until we have that clarity of thought, which means we're in a relaxed, receptive state, and that's where we're trying to get to, right? So that's a beautiful weekend energy for you guys. Very, very nice. So if you're new, welcome to the channel, and don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the little notification bell so you know when the new videos come in, and the little gray arrow down the bottom will bring you to all my links for private reads, for my Instantgo if you need a quick answer within an hour or two, if you're going on a date, job interview, whatever's going on, to my Etsy store so you can get all the beautiful stones and jewels, and these rings are on there now, all this fun stuff, because I really feel like anything that comes from deep within the earth or the ocean really carries vibration and is healing. I take these strands and because I carry tension in my neck, and I just lay them across my neck. These are amethyst and lemon quartz, and I lay them across my neck, and I'm serious, I feel the energy drain from them. They definitely have beautiful properties to them. And I tell everybody too, if you ever have a question, just email me and I'll let you know properties. If you go to my Instagram, that's a good place to go, because I always have stuff on stones, everything on there all the time. It's fun. So it's Sparkrist 11, just like my Etsy store is Sparkrist, but it's 11 for my Instagram. Go on there and check it out. I have updates, contests, all this cool stuff, and I'd love for you guys to go visit. And also for big fun news too, if this is your new video, don't forget to check the link below for Goddess Provisions. I'm not paid for them. However, if you make a purchase off that link for one of their Goddess Provision boxes, I am giving a small portion to help support the channel. And their stuff is super high quality. They give you like beautiful stone clusters. This month's thing had a full deck of abundance, and it was, the whole box was on abundance and wealth, and there was abundance and wealth oracle cards. They were so cool, and just really fun stuff. Check it out. It'll give you a listing of everything that's in the boxes, and it's such bang for the buck. I'm truly impressed. That's why I said yes to them, because I was like, wow, I really like that. I would love to, let my viewers know about your stuff because it's very high quality. And it's something that I had some people ask if I do that and provide that service. However, I just don't have the time. And strangely enough, talk about synchronicity, within 48 hours, they had contacted me and was like, oh, Melanie, this seems like it would gel with you and your viewers. And I was like, this is amazing, because I ended up really putting something together for someone individually, and I was just like, this is not something I could sustain. And then I was like, ta-da, this just like magic fairy with this goddess provision boxes came through. So lovely, lovely stuff. So go check it out. And remember, you guys, if you're uncertain about what somebody is feeling or doing, let them know. Say, you know what, I would really like to clarify this situation because it's unclear to me. You know what I mean? You come across just honest and true, and people are going to give you the answers you ask for, and then it'll be way smoother sailing, I promise you. Okay, you guys, have a great weekend. Peace out.